Hi, and welcome to the Simply Slay Life podcast with Rochelle. This is day 16 of my reset. So let's get into it. Today, on day 16, we're talking about why I'm sharing this blogging journey with you all, and in regards to the financial piece, right? Because I know some people are like, finances is personal. Why are you putting that out there? Well, I was kind of like bombarded to do it. Several of my friends were on this journey together, and certain pieces weren't where they didn't grasp it as well as I did. And that was the finance piece, right? And it was the regards to it was like, you make it sound so easy versus other people made it be where it was coming across over their head. And so they were like, you should add that piece to your YouTube video because I think that a lot of people will get and understand it if you say it that way. Because of course, I talk like we just talking on the street. Like we're just hanging out talking. So for me, when I was younger, and for most families, unless you come from a certain type of family, like y'all are already either upper middle class or well to do or better than most as far as in their finances, we're not taught um, about finances. They might tell you to say, put it in the cookie jar or get you a regular savings account, things like that, but you're not taught like we're not taught normally. I'm not saying everybody, like I said, for most people, average working class, lower middle class, things like that, we're taught you're doing good to have a basic savings account. Um, and so I was watching what started me on this journey, it was two things. I was watching a social media clip, and it was this man. He looked like he was in his mid 50s or something. And he was sitting up there saying, I don't have nothing. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. And he just looked wore down, right? He was like, I work every day and I'm tired. I have nothing for me. I'm tired. And I'm pretty sure y'all seen the video, right? And it was a social media clip. I just can't remember what social media it was on. And so I was like, that's how I feel. And I was like, I got to get on the ball about this because I didn't care for that. And so starting last year, I started on this journey. And in that, I also ran across this book. I'm not trying to plug anybody, but it also helped break it down to me. And it was called Fire for Journey Fire. What was it? No, hold on. Let me get it right. Um, Fire for Dummies. It was one of those for dummies book. But in there, it kind of gave some good clues on how to do some things. And I was like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna have to use that. And I that's when I started my journey. And the sad part is I've worked for a bank before. I've handled accounts where back in my 20s and stuff, I've handled accounts that had attachments to IRAs or CDs. And you just don't think that because you end up thinking that's only a certain group or a certain class of people have those type of investments, right? And a lot of things when I started this, when I was asking people, come join me, right? They were like, I can't do that. You have to have so much money to do that. And I'm like, no, you don't, which I'm guilty because I thought that too originally, right? That you have to have so much money to be able to invest in stocks or to invest in ETFs or mutual funds, right? And and so I literally did more research and was like, oh, I can get stuff that's low cost, no interest. I mean, not no interest, but low cost or no transactional fee. A mutual fund or ETF or some stocks as low as $20. And then they're doing fractional shares, right? And so I was like, I am committed to do this. I am not one of them people talking about you need to have $1 million to retire or $5 million because even if I worked, I would never have, which I do. I do work, but I would never have that amount saved, right? Because I'm on the vicious hamster wheel cycle. And like I said, I make a decent living, but I'm on that vicious cycle. Um, And so I feel like for most people that is out of reach. Some people they can, some people they can't. It's probably easier if you have an additional person in the household that y'all can add stuff together. But other than that, um, when I got my group of friends together for us to do it, I just broke it down as into look, let's get rid of some things that's not necessary. Let's go through and look. Let's check your accounts every 3 months to see what are you using, what are you not using. Let's get rid of them. Stop using your delivery um for delivery of food, those apps and stuff like that. Because if y'all take a look at that, do you not know some of these people charge you almost the same amount as the food you ordered to get it delivered, and then you're still supposed to tip the driver. And it's not the driver's fault that you end up shortchanging the driver, which I believe in tipping the drivers. But people end up shortchanging them, but they don't get paid. That's their company that get paid. Why not don't not the company get shortchanged, right? So that's why I did the finance piece, because my friends were like, look, we didn't realize that and didn't get that. And you didn't realize you didn't need a lot to do this until this piece. And you break it down in a way of tips that we've decided to implement to help us along our journey. And that's why I added this piece, because I want people to see, because I even have a comment in one of my sections about when I was saying the apps that I've gotten rid of, or the streaming services I've gotten rid of because of it was sitting there, I wasn't really using it. And they were like, it's really $2.99 um so bad if that's your happiness. And I was like, my happiness was the extra $2.99 that goes in my account every month if I'm trying to save for something, right? If that makes you happy to have that service, but I wasn't using mine. And so that's like me throwing away money that can go somewhere. And again, that $2.99, $3 and them taxes add up every month. So if you want to go on a trip, or you want to even be able to go out for a nice meal, say once a year, go to a nice restaurant, whatever your thing is that you're saving up toward, don't think that that doesn't add up, because it does. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I had like almost 10 streaming services, and I probably used three of them. And I'm pushing at three. But you know what I'm saying? All the other ones I let go. And that averaged out over the time that I'm literally saving $60 a month. It adds up, right? So that was why this piece is in here about finances. Because if I didn't realize there are steps that I can take to improve my money, there are steps that I can take to make sure I'm helping my own self out to get to some type of financial freedom, some type of financial independence. So I am serious. In my mind and in my head, I don't want to work till one foot is in the grave, or that I basically kill over at work because of that. I'm not trying to work that hard. I work hard enough. I want to enjoy myself. I want to enjoy life. I don't want everything to be, damn it, a bill, right? Everything is about a bill. So this is why I added that piece. So I am tomorrow going to discuss my next step with the leftover money that I am saving, right? Uh, what I'm doing with it, right? Um, to to hopefully help or be able to say, okay, because I'm gonna tell you, the regular savings account ain't it. CDs, in some cases, I don't think so. They still run too low. Um, their interest rate on them are still too low. I haven't seen one over 6% or at 5 or 6%. Most right now, everything, even with a high yield, is low. But even with a high yield, if you're gonna have a savings account, put it there. Don't put it in that regular savings, because that's probably 0.05%. So you probably getting $5 a year for whatever you putting in there. So if you have a high yield, right now they're going between 3.75 to, I've seen some as high as like 4.95. That at least that might be more helpful to you decide what else you need to do with it. And we'll get into that tomorrow. But I did want to touch base with y'all and give y'all an understanding why I'm sharing this piece and why I'm including y'all on the journey, because I want everybody to find some type of, or I guess some type of way that they can have a little bit squirreled away extra in case they need it in the long run, and having your money grow for you, right? Um, so I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoy the content. Guys, and oh, one more thing. I said Sunday night, but usually on Sundays I start my next set of what I'm going to talk about that week for this 30-day vlog. So actually, I'll go live Saturday, Saturday. I'll go live Saturday evening. So, and again, I'll let y'all know for sure it will be Central Standard Time. It'll probably be about 6:30, maybe 7:30, something like that, Central Standard Time. As tomorrow, I'll know for sure. Um, and we can discuss it. Hopefully y'all join. Um, and guys, good luck. Y'all have a good day. If you like it, please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. You all have a good day, and thank you for watching the Simply Slay Life podcast. I'm Shell. Have a good one.